channel. I am the Ink Northerner, and what I have for you today are some PS1 pickups. Now, some of my local charity shops reopened recently. I went into one of them, and on the shelf there was this set of PS1 games that I'm going to show you here. As well as those, I have also purchased some things off of eBay. I have 3 individual boxes that I've taken the tape off of. Obviously I know the content of them because I bought them, but I don't know what the quality is like for them, so I just move my keyboard out of the way, and let's get on with some of these pickups. So first up, we have Motocross Mania 2. Typical motocross game, bit of sort of like cartooniness to it. Box could be in a better state, but it is complete in box. And the disc has standard PS1 sort of wear on it. So again, not a game I've played much of, but it was decent for what I played when I tested them out. Then we have the third-person shooter that is Hybrid, a game I definitely know nothing about. I haven't seen it before. I wasn't even aware of it as a game. Published by Midas, but again, typical PS1 scratches and nothing else. So it'll go to the collection. Case is pretty broken, but I probably will get a replacement case for that. I picked this up because I always say that you cannot leave PS1 behind. Will I play it Pro? Possibly. I'll give it a go. It looks like Tomb Raider for Barbie, and that is Barbie Explorer. Case is in decent nick. Comes complete in box. Typical PS1 scratches, nothing major. So again, it'll go to the collection. And next up we have Ford Truck Mania. Apologies for the glare. I have to have the light on because it's getting later in the evening. I need to get some streaming lights set up. Complete with manual in box. Case is a bit tatty, but again it'll do until I get some replacement cases. One of the hinges is broken on the case, but yeah, it's a Ford truck racing game. Nothing special about it. It's a racing game. Now a game I played the first one of, but I've not played this one. Was very, very cheap when it was bought at Game Station, which is a now defunct game shop in the UK that I think was bought by Game. Unfortunately no manual, but again, my old adage of not leaving PS1 behind stood true. Some fingerprints on it and just mediocre scratches. That's fine, that'll add to the collection. Now, a game that I have played one of the originals of years and years ago, I think on the Mega Drive. And this is the Land Before Time, Return to the Great Valley. As you could see there's some cracks on the front of the case, but the rest of the case is in pretty good nick. Comes with a manual. Disc again, typical PS1 surface scratches, nothing major. Now, I don't know whether there was somebody has gone through and sort of ripped off the ends of the case for this. It doesn't look like a reprint, but it's ODT. Comes with a manual. This is the front cover, but it doesn't actually fit in the case for some reason. Again, typical PS1 surface scratches. It does have this sticker on it on the disc. Now it won't affect it playing. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It looks like somebody's tried to take it off, whether it was a sort of a rental copy, and it had that sticker on it to protect it. Case is cracked, but the hinges are good on it. Escape would I try, and it looks like a sort of 3D platform adventure type game. Character management, spell combat. It's an adventure game. I'll stick it in and give it a further go. I tested that it was working. Next one, again, it's not a real game that I would have picked up if this was sort of this gen, but it is Airboat Racing. So this is the manual for it. It's complete case, disc, again typical PS1 disc. Case is okay. One of the hinges looks to be a bit broken, but what's to expect with the age of these games. Again, another one I think is just a filler game, filler title. It was released. Correct me if I'm wrong, and if I should be cracking on with this, but that is Super Slamming Dodgeball. Hinge broken on the case, but it does come with manual. Again, typical PS1 surface scratches, nothing major. So yeah, it's down to the last title from my charity shop pickup. This is a film tie-in. It is The Lion King, Simba's Mighty Adventure. Again, I apologise for the glare. Let me try and get that best there. Complete in box with manual. Case is fine. Disc is, again, typical PS1 disc. So that's the charity shop pickups. What I'll do is I'll just sort these boxes out and then come back to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back with PS Games Lot 1. Now, as I say, I know what titles are in here. I don't know the quality of them. I purchased it from eBay. Checked the pricing out between what it was worth and what it was worth on CEX, and the cost that was coming. All in all, I am reasonably up in terms of value. So, without further ado, first game on the list. Case is very, very broken, but it is the weakest link. Now, I am a sucker for a quiz game. Comes with a manual. Disc, apart from fingerprints, is immaculate. Very, very good for a game of its age. And next on the agenda we have G-Police. Now, I remember getting this when I first got a PlayStation more than 20 years ago, I think, maybe. Hang on. I can't even remember how old I was when I got the PlayStation 1. Comes with manual. It's a 2 CD game. Both CDs are immaculate. A bit of dust but nothing else. Now, I do have a copy of this, so what I'll probably do is I'll look at my copy, compare them, and whichever one is the better copy I'll then swap out and maybe keep these for some giveaways or something along those lines. I'm not sure. So this one comes with no front artwork, unfortunately. It looked originally like it was an on-rail shooter, however I don't believe it is. I think it is just like a third-person shooter. That is Hot Shot. Case is a bit broken. Comes with manual. Disc is absolutely immaculate. Again, no scratches on it. So shame it doesn't have the artwork, but as I say, I didn't know what the quality of these were in terms of looking at the discs, etc. I just saw the games at a reasonable price and thought, you know what, I'll take a punt. So we then have the FA Premier League Football Manager 2000. Now, I'm not a big fan of football games in terms of actual playing football games, but what I am a fan of is Football Manager. So this has got a lot of fingerprints all over it that aren't mine, and some surface scratches. But again, it's a reasonable quality case. think somebody's been trying to sell this, car boot or something. Bit of a crack on the case there I saw in the camera. But yeah, it's a game I'll stick on. They don't tend to stand the test of time in football management games, but it'd be good to look at some of the players that were around in that time. So next up we have Sabrina the Teenage Witch, A Twitch in Time. Not a game that I would have purchased. It looks like a sort of a cartoony 3D platformer. Few surface scratches but nothing major. I'll put it on the shelf. I might stick it on at some point, give it a go. So next on the line we have Jeremy McGrath's Supercross 2000 by Acclaim Sports. Again, complete in box, apart from the fingerprints that I will wipe down and one or two surface scratches. Decent copy. I'll just get it up on the shelf and might play it at some point. Very, very dodgy case on this next game. But that is Mary King's Riding Star. Now, I'm not likely to play this. I'm not a big horse racing, horse riding fan. It was one of the titles that was included. Bit of circling, but it will still play. Some fingerprints on there. Again, it's just a game to bump my collection up. The case could be a lot better. I assume the people that were selling these had sort of children around the sort of time when the PS1 first came out, PlayStation first came out, and this game is Tigger's Honey Hunt. Again, it's a Disney tie-in, looks like a 3D platformer that you go around looking for honey, I assume, based on the title. Manual's a bit dropped over, but yeah, typical PS1 surface scratches, bit of a clean up and it'll be fine. These are all marked up at £3, so as I say, I assume the person that sold them on eBay was trying to sell them a car boot or something along those lines, and they didn't succeed. Next up we have Dance UK. So some really early dance tracks on here. The highlights on here are Gina G, who I just a little bit, or Big Fun, Blame It on the Boogie, plus 14 more massive dance tracks. So there are 20 massive full-length dance tunes on here. Looks like it could have been a dance mat type game, or a rhythm game. I'm not 100% sure. So a sport that I've actually done in real life here. I've not done it for a while, but yeah, that is No Fear downhill mountain biking. Downhill mountain biking is amazing. It's just a shame you've got to ride uphill to do it. Comes with the manual and an insert that features what looks to be some more Codemasters games. Again, surface scratches on the disc, but nothing major to write home about. Needs a replacement case, but yeah. That is the end of box 1. I'll shelve these and grab box 2. Okay guys, we're back with box number 2. Same number of games in here, 10 I believe it is. 10, yes. Again, I know sort of the quantity of them, I know some of the titles, but I ordered 3 of these, so I don't really remember them all. So, put that over there before I put that in the recycling. Let's start with this. Now, I think I already own a copy of this, I'm not 100% sure. It is complete in box, needs a bit of a clean up, but it is TOCA Touring Car Championship. A little bit of muck on the front. Disc has, again, typical PS1 surface scratches, but nothing major. I'm sure I own a copy of it, but if not, then it's something to add to the collection. The TV tie-in series, now I was too old for when these came out, so I'm not 100% sure what sort of game it would be as a tie-in, but there seems to be snowboarding and dancing and posing based on the case. Complete in box, has some broken spindles, surface scratches, but nothing that's not not cleaning on its major. Again, I'll clean it up and put it and shelve it. When I first saw this in the title, I figured it was a tie-in to potentially the former British rapper stroke actor. Given the title, it is Goldie. But what it actually is, it seems to be a full-length cartoon, along with a colouring game and a puzzle rearranging challenge. I assume this person had children. Manual included. Disc, apart from some dirt, is fine. Again, it's just something to add in. Now, I'm sure this is a sequel to one that was already out. I'm pretty sure I played the original Army Men, but I have Army Men Lock and Load. Toy soldier game, sort of strategy type game. A few fingerprints, typical scratches again. Sort of 3D strategy type game. It's something I will possibly play at some point when I get through some of my backlog. Now, we had one in this series of this, then we have a second one that is Jeremy McGrath's Supercross 98, motorbike crossing game. Comes with an acclaimed book, which I assume has several other games in, and the manual, the free post, register your game, I assume. Some surface scratches, but it's not something that will stop it playing reasonable. Now, I've played several of these types of games in this sort of genre, but I've never played this one, and that is MTV Snowboarding. Looks like a more serious sort of 1080/SSX type game. Case is fine. Disc has some muck and one scratch that potentially could cause a problem, but I don't think it will. Has the manual. So yeah, we'll give it a go. I saw this as well. I thought, it must be a Disney tie-in. But when I read about it, it's not actually a Disney tie-in. It just takes the sort of Dalmatian-y type thing. This is Dalmatians 2. Again, it seems to be in the same vein as Goldie, in that it has a full-fledged cartoon, comes with manual, some surface scratching, fingerprints. It's one of the shelf fillers. So, two games in the same sport here. They are Formula 1 97 series. Apologies again for the glare, I'll try and get some glare off of that. And just Formula 1. So I assume this was the first in the series, and then 97's a follow-on. Standard fingerprints and typical surface scratches, manuals included. I don't mind a Formula 1 game. It's not a sport that I'd go out of my way to watch, but I don't mind playing. I'm hoping this one is a single disc game that's just had a 2-disc case. Potentially it sort of you might have had a demo in there or something along those lines. Manual included. Again, dust and fingerprints, but other than that, it's pretty good. And then this one, I played the original game of this. I think I had this on GameCube as well. Maybe I'm mixing it up with a different game in this sort of genre. But it is Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. So again, it comes with a manual. Disc is immaculate. Yeah, that's box number 2. So what I'll do is I'll grab box number 3 and come back to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with box number 3 and the final box. Now I know there is a duplicate in here of a game that I already have, but we'll get to that in a second. There was one game in here that really interested me. due to what you can see going on in the background here. But so first up, in box number 3 of these, we have the Rally. Typical arcade rally style game. Case is in good condition. Comes with a reasonably thick manual. Same typical PS1 surface scratches. No problem with that. Film tie-in, quite a popular series. Never going to be as good as GoldenEye was, but you know, GoldenEye unfortunately is another game that, for me, it doesn't stand the test of time. I own it on my N64, but as you'll see when I get to my 64 collection, just put the cover art back in here properly. Comes with the manual. The disc has typical surface scratches and fingerprints, but again, nothing major. I'm sure I've played Tomorrow Never Dies. Not a big Bond fan, if I'm honest. At least the films, the later films. Again, I'm a sucker for a quiz game. This is probably about my level. It's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Junior. Typical surface scratches again, a bit of muck, but clean that up, it'll play fine. And then, as along with Junior, we have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Case is okay. It opens, there's no problems. It comes with a manual, same level of disc in there. So a game I played years ago when it first came out. I'm pretty sure this was a duplicate in one of the boxes. It's Tucker World Touring Car. Now it's sort of arcade racer. If it is a duplicate, I'll sort that out. It comes with a manual and the insert. Disc is absolutely immaculate. You know, no fingerprints, no smudges. I wish more PS1 games that I've seen were like that. Everybody loves this board game. It is Monopoly. Case is in very bad nick, but it has quite a lot of scratches on the disc. I haven't had a chance to test this one, so hopefully I'll crack that on and hopefully it'll play without issue. Again, another game that I've not played. I've played some in this kind of genre. I own one for SNES and various other for the PlayStation 2. But we have Midnight in Vegas. No, it's not a game I know much about, other than it's a gambling game. Disc has typical scratches and fingerprints, manual included as well. Let's put that one last, because that was the one that interested me. Next, Music 2000. Now, case is a bit broken. I'm pretty sure I had this years ago. I wasn't a big fan. It's like a DJ style game where you make different songs, different tracks. I think my brother played it more. But apart from one or two surface scratches, and they're not even major ones, that disc is in fantastic nick. Comes with a case, comes with a manual. It's perfectly fine. And then we have sort of an arcade racer, but on bikes, and we have Motor Racer 2 featuring Yamaha. 3D track creator on it, so it could be an interesting game. Comes with a manual. Case is in reasonably good nick, and apart from dust, the disc is in perfect condition. I've already shown this once, so I'm not going to bother showing it, but as a duplicate we have Barbie Explorer. I knew that was going to be a duplicate. Now the game that actually interested me in this box, because as I keep alluding to, I'm sort of a closet wrestling fan, and that is WCW Mayhem, as you can see with Bill Goldberg on the front. The disc just needs a bit of a clean up, but there's no scratches on it or anything. Has the manual included. But yeah, that is that for the eBay pickups. So that's the end of the 3 boxes and the bonus charity shop stuff. Thank you for watching my video. If you feel I need to subscribe, then please subscribe. I'm going to keep putting content out as at the pace I can do. Hopefully get some more different style of content that will keep people interested. And yeah, thank you for watching. Catch you on the next